Which brings us to Dr. Inwood. You are with a necromancer, you believe, standing just outside the hallway to your examination room 2. There are 2 dead bodies that you can see on the ground. A cloud of mustard, ichorous, or ochreous. Ichorous is a different word.
Yep.
Ochreous gas billowing from examination room 2. The door has been busted open from the inside. In fact, the concrete that the door latched into gave way before the metal fully did. Because shockingly, 6 inches of concrete, way weaker than a steel crossbar.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like this second of pause, and the intellectually elite necromancer that you just met just books it the other way. Just
academics.
Yelling incoherently.
Okay, I'm going to gas mask on.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 bodies, are they showing signs of any kind of movement? Do they have the telltale cracking around the mouth and nose?
Their skin is definitely burnt, and they're face down. They both look like they are wearing gas masks currently. But they're slumped over and you can't see their mouth. But the exposed skin that you can see is burnt in the similar manner. And actually, that brings me to my roll. All right. In fact, both of them begin to move, and one of them begins to stand up.
Okay. We're not gonna. That's gonna be a big no from me. I'm gonna go ahead and use level 2 extract fire breath.
Okay.
And I'm gonna exhale a cone of flame on both of them, assuming I have the time to create it and use it before they get up and do anything.
You've prepared. I'm assuming you prepared your extracts for the day.
Yeah, well, they would have, in the downtime, they would have just been prepared that whole time. I haven't used any of them.
Yeah, then it's just that same standard action to do, or sorry, that same. Nope, standard action is the Pathfinder term.
Yes, you're good. Yeah, action, bonus action. Yeah, you're good.
It would be the standard action to cast that spell. Then
we don't want to say
you would definitely have time. It takes them the full round to stand up. So remind me, that is a dexterity or reflex save?
Yes.
And that's half or negates?
Reflex half. And
okay, so it halves it.
The DC is 15. Not the super
15.
highest, but it's only a level 2 extract.
Well, you will be good to know that neither of the soldiers make their save. So you breathe out a little draconic, a gout of flame from your mouth.
Let me
roll your damage.
It never says how much damage it is.
Michellangelo.
Yeah.
You are walking from the cafeteria back to your bunkhouse. When you see running out of the lab is a well-dressed Englishman, just booking it out of the lab, screaming at the top of his lungs incoherently.
What's going on? I walk over to him.
Zombies! Zombies!
8 points of damage.
Okay.
I hope that they're like I just realized they might not be like undead.
I know! That's what I'm saying!
But I already said I was doing it.
I don't know what they are.
You breathe out this cone of flame, and it's actually is interesting because the flame washes over the soldiers and they don't even react to it at all. Like their clothes catches fire, but they're not reacting to the fire that's been blown at them. The mist, however, visibly pulls back away from it and is actually like pulls farther away from you.
I'm gonna
As
run.
you actually, you appear to have done more damage to the mist than anything else.
Okay.
I will run that direction.
Where is the
Okay.
nearest in the compound? Like, where is the nearest? I guess where would the nearest guard be? Or nearest like where would I go and who's the closest to where this is and who are they? For like raising an
closest-
alarm and that kind of stuff.
Raising the alarm, Michellangelo would see this. There are actually 2 guard stations on the outside of your, outside of the thing as well as the inside. The 2 on the inside are not normal. They're only here because of this situation. So normally there are 2 outside your lab that, from Michelangelo's perspective, are not in there. They've ran in with you, so those 2 would be the closest. The hallway that you are in has only one exit, and it's behind you. And in front of you, there is the 2 soldiers, the mist, examination room 2 on the left, right there at the hallway, and examination room 3 about 30 feet farther down on the right of the hallway. And then exam room 1 is behind you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling out my katana.
Okay, I'm going to say for this round, we're assuming that you just ran your full round,
Oh, yes.
and we're going to have you guys roll initiative.
Okay. Oof. That's 5 for me. I don't have great initiative.
Already.
I got a 31.
Unbelievable.
So you run. You've made it to the door of the lab itself. There are no guards at the door, which is a little weird. It is your turn, Michellangelo.
I pull out my katana now.
Yeah, your katana is out. For your knowledge for distance, from this door, it is 60 feet from this door to exam room 2.
I will use my full round to run towards that direction.
Okay, that'll take you 80 feet, which will get you...
Yelling
Arms behind
the
you.
whole way. No, with my katana like this the whole way. Ah! Demo.
the least stealthy entrance that you could be.
What was that?
You
Teenage
run past
Mutant
a single
Ninja
guard
Turtle?
who is...
Hey, I can be stealthy when I want to be.
So, Michellangelo, as you run past quickly the single soldier that has gone in to check what's happening. So there's only one of the guards accounted for. Right now, you run past him and you make it, and you're right next to Dr. Inwood. There is a cloud of mist. There is 2 slightly on fire soldiers in gas masks.
Are you a zombie?
Does it look like I am?
I just have to ask. Someone said
Do you have a
zombie.
gas mask? No, that would be the necromancer.
I'll
Gas
hold my
mask.
breath.
Find a gas mask. Are there any guards, soldiers nearby?
Yeah.
You hold these two off. I'll go talk to that soldier. I'll be right back. Do not breathe any gas. Actually, here.
So, as you were having that free conversation, one of the soldiers is actually going to, surprisingly fluidly for how like utterly just messed up his skin is, and his like clothes are, is going to run directly out of you. He's going to actually run out of the mist, because the mist is not near you guys right now, and is going to. He doesn't have that equipment, so he's going to make a slam attack against. Michellangelo was making the most noise, so it's going to do its single attack against you,
Go
and for sure going to do power attack.
Okay.
Because I actually bothered to read their feats this time around. Does a 10 hit?
No.
So it swings its body. It's like it has a gun like strapped to like a rifle strapped to its back, and it does have a pistol on its at its side, like a sidearm. But it has chosen to instead to just swing its body like kind of almost like trying to clothesline you, and you just step out of the way.
Hey.
And as close you can see that there is from underneath the edges of its gas mask, there is mist and smoke coming out, and the eyes from there's this faint red glow.
Yes, I'm aware.
Then it's a wisdom save. And as it looks at you and it gets up and says, "What's going on?" And that takes us to the mist starts coalescing, and then it starts moving towards you. It ends up taking over the space because you're only like, what's the range of fire breath?
15-foot cone.
So you were 15 feet away from where it was. So it takes that 15 feet and it creeps up and it just like fills and billows up the space. You watch as the zombie what you assume is a zombie, becomes rigid as the mist touches it. And then I'm gonna need you guys.
Oh no.
Gas mask back on.
I mean, I couldn't put it on during
I
my
guess,
turn.
yeah, I don't even know if I don't know, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I think you still have yours on. You can do that on your turn, though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What?
Dr. Inwood, it's going to make an attack against you because apparently it's not like an ooze where it just does damage by being around you.
Okay, question. Do I still have my gas mask on?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say you had it. You would have had to hand it off to her on your turn.
Yeah.
Does a 13 hit your touch AC?
Yes, it does. Curse me in my poor dexterity.
Oofta.
Oh.
I have a touch of 11. It was close, but...
That's a lot of dice he's rolling.
I know. That's true.
It is actually significantly less than what this thing would have at full health.
Good to know.
Poo poo poo. Those were not. I've had worse rolls. So you are going to take 11 points of acid damage and 10 points of negative energy damage.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay. So 21 total?
Mhm.
21 total, yeah.
That is not good.
How's Dr. Inwood looking?
Really hurt. I don't have very many hit points.
What? Okay.
As it like billows around you, as you watch as it like coalesces and like almost like a stream connects with your body, and you feel like your flesh and your skin begin to burn. Which takes us to the other soldier, who's going to stand up and also going to go for Michellangelo.
Come at me, bro.
Or I'll just throw my dice into the abyss.
Suddenly, the soldier is
no.
ripped through an interdimensional
All right.
wormhole.
Does a 26 hit?
Oh, yeah, it does.
As this one, the other one has like blocked off some of your ability to dodge around. This other one, again, same slam, like body slamming technique, just right into and just fucking pounds into you. You are gonna take, max damage. That is gonna be 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As it's just going to slam into you. Then, because Dr. Inwood did not roll amazing, the soldier who is in the hallway will have seen this and is going to take his full round action to make his 2 attacks. And he's going to try and shoot one of the zombies. Because I don't think he fully recognizes that the mist is an actual foe.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And woohoo! I'm rolling great tonight, guys.
We need to get out of this room.
Hallway.
This goes super well for you. Fuck me.
Missed. I've got katanas.
Yeah, he fully 2 shots, double taps one of the zombies and full out kills it.
That's
Rolled
double
max
kill.
damage on the first one and critted on the second attack.
Whoa.
You're a credit to His Majesty's army.
No questions asked, just fully murders someone in his same uniform.
Oh no.
Dr. Inwood, it is your turn.
You
need to say something smart.
I'm going to breathe. Use another thing of fire, just cone of flame down the hallway.
Well, we're in the room, right? Aren't we?
It's a hallway.
No. Are we in the specimen room?
We're in the hallway.
Okay.
Examination rooms are off of the hallway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's minimum damage. 2 points of fire damage. Super awesome.
Fire damage.
Aww.
All right.
Better than
just a little.
Out. Okay. Does nothing to the other zombie. The mist does recoil back a little bit from the flames. You like push it back.
And I will take this time to make a tactical advancement to the rear of the front lines. All
right.
I'm going. How far back is the soldier?
The soldier right now is probably about 30 feet from you guys.
Yeah, I'll get
so
some.
He's within. The one zombie that is still standing up, Michellangelo is between you and him, so it does not provoke an attack of opportunity from it when
Okay.
you leave.
Oh,
However,
yeah. Oh, wait, did the mist recoil out of?
the mist is for information. It does recoil away, but it is still a huge creature.
Yeah, okay. Dang it.
What you gonna do?
Which I would like you to know that currently, I'm going to give you this information purely because it's going to impact the scale. This creature is currently at half hit points and is doing half damage.
Okay. I mean, I already said I was moving back. So, and
it does not matter because it rolls a 1.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I have nothing for area of effects except for fire breath.
Yeah, it is going to like it swishes out at you, and you watch as it coalesces again, and it just poofs out more condensed mist onto the ground as you manage to pull away and away from it.
Okay. Run back 30 feet to the soldier. Good shots. Stay out of the mist. The mist is the real enemy. Use fire if you can. Where's the other guard? Your
He went to alert the rest of the base.
Good. Okay. I guess that is my... So actually, as a swift action... as a free action...
Heck yeah.
I am going to heal 5 hit points.
Gava's healing?
So now I'm at half life.
Wow.
Let me remember what that does.
It's
Okay.
spontaneous healing is the
Oh,
if
I'm
you're
looking
talking
at it.
about what I'm doing.
Yes, I'm just double checking. Okay. Let's see if that's going to be more effective. Yes, I think it will. No, I'm not going to do anything with that yet. Michellangelo, it is your turn.
All right. As a swift action, I am going to vanish. Poof. For 4 rounds.
All right,
Is a swift action.
Does that provoke an attack of
Since
opportunity?
it's a trick, it's not a.
I do not believe that it is casting a spell.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's an ability. Key
Uh-huh.
point used, and I will, for my standard action, attack the zombie that's in front of me.
All right. Make your attack.
And I have sneak attack.
Actually, you don't.
I'm
It is not denied its dexterity due to your invisibility. As you make your attack and you realize mid-attack that its eyes is still following you.
What is this thing? Okay, so that's a 16 to hit.
That does not hit. You
Wow.
slash, and your blade actually bounces off the burnt and cracked flesh that has become significantly harder.
Man. Let me double check. Let me check. I'm doing that right. So this is, I have katana under as my offhand, but I have it as in my primary right now. I have weapon finesse, which gives me.
Oh, it should be.
Is it the plus 12?
It would
should
be
be-
your BAP plus your dexterity.
Oh.
It's actually it is. Here, let me see.
So 3 plus 8, so that's 11.
Yes.
Where's
Okay, so 8 plus 11. It does a 19 hit.
Yes.
It still bounces off
Dang!
the hardened flesh of this creature.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm holding my breath still and just like cursing American curse words in my mind.
Because you never actually learned Japanese curse words. They would never have been around you.
That's right. All right. And I
All
think
right.
that like the curse words that she thinks are curse words are like the ones that
Fiddlesticks.
like yeah, or like crap, or you know, like
Son of a gun.
son of a gun is what she says. Yes, in her mind. Son of a gun.
All right. The zombie that goes after you has been killed. And so it is the mist turn. The mist is actually, it has decided that it's got a decent opinion of what you are capable of. And it is going to attempt to engulf you. I would like you to make me a strength save.
Who?
You.
Okay.
I'm 30 feet away.
Okay. Oh no, I'm going to be engulfed. That's a 14. That's just,
All right.
that's strength, yeah.
Oh, forgive me. I read engulf wrong. It's strength to get out. It's reflex.
That's
to
better.
avoid being engulfed. My bad.
25.
25 makes the DC. You take half damage.
Oh gosh.
That sounded like
So
a
you
lot
are
of
going
dice.
to take 13 points of acid damage halved. So that is 6 points of acid damage.
Hold
And
on.
then you are going to take 10 points of negative energy damage halved. So 5 points of negative energy.
I'm resistant to acid by 5.
So 1 point of acid.
So 1 point of acid and then
5 points negative energy.
nice.
I forgot you were resistant. Interesting. Inconvenient.
The zombie can see me. That's inconvenient.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I can't hit it.
Speaking of that zombie, it is his turn.
Oh no.
He is going. His grapple look like? Oh, there's no fucking way. Actually,
I'm very worried about this mist. Because I can't hit it. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
that was.
It's a good thing you left the room.
Remind me, your katana,
hole.
it's a
I'm still in the
one-handed
hole.
bladed weapon, correct?
Let me double check. It's small,
No, that's sized for you.
so
It should be a light one-handed blade.
Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. The zombie is actually going to reach out and try and grab your katana and twist at it. He's going to attempt to break the blade of your weapon.
Whoa, he's trying to sunder.
He's trying to sunder because apparently they have just a really high sunder ability. Does a 29 beat your CMD?
Yes.
All right. Then in that case, he is going to deal damage to your weapon.
It's not her favorite weapon. But that's still a ninja's katana.
Well, it doesn't matter. He doesn't exceed the hardness of your weapon, so he just grabs it and like twists at the blade. Their weapons do not have a high amount of hit points.
No,
Let me tell you.
No, they don't. That's why I was really worried about that.
I was unaware of this. That is honestly scary.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what's scary?
It is if you on a successful sunder, if you can successfully sunder and actually do a decent amount of damage, there's a pretty good chance you're going to be able to break their weapon.
But he didn't break my weapon.
No, because he didn't overcome the hardness. But
Hardness
inanimate
is like
objects.
damage resistance for objects.
Yeah.
Got it,
It's
got
like
it. Oh,
Which
got
honestly,
it.
they should have just reused damage resistance because it's the exact same rule set, just with a different name.
yeah.
Uh,
But
Does he have it in his hands now? Like he took it?
he hasn't taken it away from you, and you could theoretically you are capable of pulling it out and attacking with it because he has not like attempted to disarm you or anything like that. But it is in his hand.
Interesting.
so essentially, he just grabbed
I
it
see.
and tried to like break it with his hands, but he
Mhm.
didn't overcome the hardness, so he didn't even deal any damage to it. But
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Which takes us to the living soldier next to Dr. Inwood. He is going to attempt to shoot again. Again with the good roll. There we go. There's a bad roll. It balances out. So he's going to deal. He does one shot into the side of the zombie and pulls it back, and it's enough to physically move him, but he does not appear to be responding. Didn't beat its DR this time around, and then his gun jams on the second shot.
oh boy.
He goes, "Shite!" And Dr. Inwood, it is your turn.
Man. I keep forgetting to make alchemist fire. That's not good. Oh, come on. Doesn't. What to do? What to do? I guess I'm going to use another alchemist extra. I use another level 1. I'll use a level 1 extract cure light wounds on myself.
Okay. You do that. What languages do you guys all speak?
Aquan, Common, Draconic, and Japanese. Well, Common being American.
Yeah, English.
Feeling a little bit better. I speak Common, Dwarven, Elven, Goblin, Reptoid, Sylvan.
Alright. As the guard attacks, in your guys' head, just this amorphous, almost like airy sounding voice starts speaking to you in German.
Great.
Michellangelo, it is your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and just let go of my katana and pull out my nunchucks. With my mouth closed,
All right.
I'm going to attack. Oh, please hit 29.
29 hits.
Okay. And this is... So, weapon finesse doesn't add it to the damage roll, right? It's just the attack roll thing. Okay, great. 2 damage.
2 bludgeoning?
I'm not sure.
Nunchucks are bludgeoning, yes.
I would assume so for nunchucks. You whack it across the side of his gas mask. It's a good, solid hit. Now, it's at the edge, so it's not quite as good as you would hope. And it just fully bounces off of his head. No reaction.
Is he not taking any damage from me? Like, do I know? I don't know.
To the best of your knowledge, he has not reacted to anything that you have done.
That's my turn. I am holding my breath and swinging my nunchucks around. Still invisible, but it can see me.
All right. Go back to this guy. Think. No, it's definitely still thinks it's winning. It's gonna attempt to attack you. The mist is going to coalesce, and you watch as like a condensed stream starts moving towards you. Does a 14 hit your touch AC? I don't believe it does. No, it just whoofs. Whiffs past you, completely misses. That's unfortunate.
It's a good thing the doctor's not in the room.
It's a hallway.
Hallway,
For the
sorry.
4th time.
Sorry. Good thing you're not closer. Sorry.
Yeah. In that case, the zombie is going to turn your sword around and is going to attempt to attack you with it.
That's cool. That's super cool.
Ooh, that is...
Why did you let go of it?
Because I wanted to use my nunchucks.
I don't believe a 21 hits, correct?
No.
All right, so it swings, and it actually swings with a fair amount of skill with a sword. Not a katana, but a sword. Interesting. All right. Again, the soldier really wouldn't have anything more, so it's going to continue to attack the zombie. Oh wait, no, it's not. He's going to clear out his gun. My bad.
Oh.
Cool. He's going to spend his turn trying to clear out his gun, and he's just swearing up a storm. Dr. Inwood.
Is the mist around Michellangelo?
Yes.
But I am invisible to you.
That's true.
No, she is an outline of a
that's true.
invisible
because no
turtle.
mist would be inside of you.
Oh.
So there'd be a hole
Could
where
you
there's
tell?
no mist. I don't know if I'd be able to see it through the mist.
Make me a perception check.
That's a natural one.
No, you cannot tell. You do not know where Michellangelo is. You have a rough idea purely because the zombie seems to be able to follow where she's at.
I feel
And has made a few attacks at her. But like you could probably pinpoint the square she was in to use game terms, but you wouldn't be able to actually see where in that square she would be.
Okay. I guess I'm going to step to within 15 feet of the mist. And I'm going to use my final charge of fire breath.
Oh,
It gets a reflex save. You get a reflex save. The zombie gets a reflex save.
everybody get a reflex save.
Not that
Ooh.
not that it fully matters.
What is your DC?
15.
15. Mist does not make it. It's got a plus 10.
Okay.
Wow. It rolled.
Wow.
Zombie does not make it.
I make it.
Okay, you'll take 1 point of fire damage. They'll take 3.
Actually, am I resistant to fire? No, I'm resistant to cold. 1.
Cold
The
and
zombie
acid?
again does not appear to react to the flames at all. They just like wash over it. The mist
Okay.
does pull back.
Okay.
Michellangelo.
I will pull out a wand and point it at you and cast mage armor on you.
Okay.
All right.
Because,
You are going to provoke an attack of opportunity from the zombie and the mist.
frick! Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Zombie does not hit.
That's nice.
Does a
Thanks for the mage armor. Please don't die.
Well,
does a 24 hit your touch AC?
yes, it does. Dang it. No!
Okay.
Oh, I
All right,
meant
you are
to-
going to take
Dang it.
5 points of acid damage.
Is that after the reduction? You reduced it?
No, that's not including your damage resistance or your acid resistance.
Okay, so I'm resistant to acid, so do I take 0? Or it was 10?
It's you
and
get
You have-
it's resistance of what? 5?
5.
So you reduce the damage of acid by
You
5.
take 0 acid damage, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you take 12 points of negative energy damage.
Ooh, okay. I'm looking about half bad.
I meant to say something on my turn, but dang it.
Probably like move.
Speed is
Yeah.
a free action that can happen outside of your turn.
Speak. You can speak.
Michellangelo, get out of the mist.
I will get out of the mist now.
They do not have multiple attacks of opportunity, so you managed to get away.
Thank goodness.
It is 30 feet from the mist to Dr. Inwood and the soldier.
All right.
So you can only get 10 feet away from them.
I will get up against the
I'm-
wall.
I'm closer because I had to get within 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Then you can get next to Dr. Inwood.
Yeah.
Or 5 feet past him.
I'll
if you
get
would like.
5 feet past him because I
Thanks.
don't trust his thing. Still can't see me. And I'm still holding my breath. But you have mage armor, so +4 to your AC.
Not for my touch armor class.
Oh.
The one that matters in
You
this
know, I'm doing my best here.
I know. Did you just drop that wand?
Yep. Because it's
Single use
it's
wand.
done.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
You know what? It matches her personality, right? Like the intelligence level.
Yeah,
of
she
that
is
decision.
ridiculous as well.
Oh, I love it.
All right. The mist is going to. Ooh, that's a question. Because you're 15 feet away. Interesting. I think The mist is going to move 10 feet forward. Oh, but it's got to reach. Never mind. The mist is going to move 10 feet forward so that the zombie is just at the edge of the mist, at the back of it. Looking at it, you realize it's filling up about 10 cubic feet, which is, with this hallway, we're going to just assume that it's 5 by 5, 2 5 by 5 squares. It's like a 10-foot wide hallway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's taking up a cube with 10 feet on one side?
Yes.
Okay.
It fully misses you as it reaches out, and you watch as like a tendril of mist and smoke reaches out towards you. I'm assuming your touch AC is higher than a 9.
Just barely. It's an 11.
Wow.
So it just like barely misses you as it like pulls back just slightly too soon with its attack. The zombie is going to realize that it does in fact have a firearm on it at its side. Is going to drop the katana.
Good. That's good.
It's going to attack the soldier. The soldier's been dealing the most consistent damage to it. Oh, this poor bastard.
Shot by his own friend.
Yeah. Pistol goes up, fire, and the soldier just goes down. Full headshot.
Are any of these...
Shockingly, normal people don't have a lot of hit points.
Are any of these soldiers Harry, Liam, Tony, or Lorenzo?
All 3 of them are.
No! Which one just died?
Harry.
No! Headshot. That's okay.
There goes your workout.
Lorenzo was the
Nope.
one who shot him.
Lorenzo one-shot him? Who's the other zombie?
They were the ones who were on guard. They were the ones that caught you, remember?
Yeah. Which one's the other zombie?
The other name that you mentioned?
No,
Liam?
Liam and Tony are the other 2 names that are not. Harry's dead.
Liam is the one who died. It was on the ground.
Oh, okay. So Tony's
went for
good.
help.
Tony ran for help. Tony is alive.
Tony's the guy that I was like, I should see you in the gym more. So he's getting his cardio in today. I like Tony.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes, those were the guards.
Lorenzo, no! Well, I can't say anything.
You can. You're not in the mist.
I'm not doing. I don't care.
Dr. Inwood, it is your turn.
Not Harry.
Okay, I am...
That's great.
I'm going to run back. Looking down, it's like headshot. This guy's dead, 100%.
Make me a nature check.
$21.
Yeah, he's for sure dead.
Okay. So that's 15 feet there. I'm going to continue another 15 feet, and then I'm going to use a 2nd level extract. Pull a chili pepper out of my bag and do fire breath again. So I have fire breath.
Absolutely.
So I'm around a corner at this point, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. So I'm 15 feet from the corner. Okay. Just ready to Light some
Breathe
fires.
fire at.
Kick some tires and light some fires on this mist.
All right, Michellangelo.
I'm pissed that Harry's dead. And
Just Harry though, not
Liam.
not Lorenzo and Liam.
Lorenzo's the zombie. Lorenzo is
Liam was a zombie.
Liam's dead.
Lorenzo's dead too.
Good golly gee willikers. Let me process my morningness. There's nothing I can do.
You can fall back with me.
How far back did you move? Or are you moving back? Did you move back?
I moved back. Yeah. I'm 15 feet and then 15 feet around the corner.
I will move 20 feet back.
Okay.
And then holding my nunchucks up. If a zombie comes around the corner, I'm going to try to hit it. That's my turn.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
In that case, you don't. Neither are either of you looking around the corner, or are you just waiting at the corner?
I'm waiting at the corner. I'm not looking around the corner. You're well past.
I'm past the corner, so I can't.
Okay, you're past the corner, and then never mind. All right. In that case, that's not bad. We'll do that. Dr. Inwood, it is your turn.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna move back to the corner. What's going on?
You look, and Liam has stood up, and there's more mist billowing off of him now.
Great. And how far is the mist from me now?
Still that same.
It hasn't moved at all.
It has not moved. It looks like it's taken its time to
Okay.
reanimate the zombie.
Then I'm gonna move another 15 feet up, end of my movement, and I'm gonna breathe fire again.
All right. Reflex for all three.
Please roll well.
All right. Mist makes it. Liam does not. Lorenzo does.
Why am I rolling like poop?
Get different dice. What's the damage?
Damage is 10.
So they half it to 5?
If they succeed, yeah.
What's your total?
10 is the total. Did you not hear me? 10 fire damage.
10.
You watch as Liam gets hit by the fire and actually stumbles back and looks like it's reacting. He's reacting to the flames. Lorenzo does not react at all. And the mist recoils slightly. And you watch as, like, now that you're looking for it, you watch as, like, pieces of the mist are actually, you watch it, like, burn and, like, singe and then float away into ash onto the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this to you because your nature and your skills are honed high enough with your perception, and you've done this enough times. You get the feeling that the zombies have a low level resistance to fire.
Yeah.
But the mist does not appear to.
Yeah. The mist is my primary concern.
Mm-hmm. All right. Michellangelo, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to run back 20 feet, standing right next to Dr. Inwood. This is my last round of being invisible. We're not in the mist. And I can see Liam stood up. I'm gonna just yell out, Liam, are you okay?
Liam looks up at you and says something to you in German. In that same voice that you were hearing in your head previously.
I'm gonna try to memorize what he says as my action, if that's okay. I'm gonna try to just like repeat the words.
Else?
No, I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm gonna like repeat the word over and over, or the phrase over and over in my head. We're gonna see if I can remember what it says.
Make me a intelligence check, or sorry, a linguistics check.
That didn't look good.
Not good. Okay, linguistics. I have draconic, so +2, so 8 total is what's in like my linguistics.
Your linguistic skill?
Yeah. Says linguistics and then in parentheses draconic, which I think is the language I took.
You have a
which is why it's there.
Huh.
Yeah, because you put a rank into it, so you got a language from it.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But linguistics is used for all languages. It's not like craft guns.
Okay.
You just when you get a rank, you get a you learn a language.
So 8 total.
It's a lot of really harsh sounding words. Honestly, in a lot of ways, even though like they use similar like honorific like based conversations, Japanese and German are very different languages. And it does not mesh into your brain really well.
Yeah, it's about as different as you can get.
It's not like Hebrew and Japanese, where like the concept of there's not going to be a single person who's going to be polite to you while they're talking to you, versus everyone's going to be polite to you because the meanest word is a slightly too informal you.
Nice. Krankenwagen.
But as languages go, they are.
Krankenwagen. I'm just like whatever the word is over and over. It's nothing. Just making up a word now.
It's like a game of telephone with yourself, where each time it's slightly different when you repeat it back to yourself.
Saken, dragon.
It hurts me.
That's my turn.
That is your turn.
I am now visible. I've reappeared.
Liam is going to pull his pistol out, and he is going to shoot you. Oofda. Does a... Let's make sure I'm doing these numbers right. Maybe 3 plus 3. Nope. I'm assuming a 10 does not hit your touch AC.
No.
Yeah, he shoots you and you manage to anticipate the shot, and it just goes slightly past you.
Matrix.
A little bit, yeah. The mist begins to like coalesce and like pulsate a little bit, and it's actually going to hold its turn, and it's going to move when everyone else moves. The Lorenzo is going to move forward, and the mist is going to move forward with it, with him, which does unfortunately leave Liam out of the mist. And so Lorenzo gets up close. Yeah, that's what it'll do. Liam gets up close and is going to aim a gun. Actually, Liam is how fast? 30 feet? Never mind. Liam is going to just book it, and the mist is going to follow, and he's going to try and slam himself into Dr. Inwood. Does a 21 hit your regular AC?
Yes, that is my armor class right now.
Ah, with the mage
Dang
armor. Bummer. You don't have like a shield or anything? Like
Oh,
You
is
take
this-
10
Yep.
points of bludgeoning damage as he slams into you.
I don't have this one. How much is mage armor supposed to give? Isn't it
Plus
+4? Why am I only getting a +2?
is it too nat? Do you have other armor on?
I'm not wearing any armor.
It should be a +4. Is your armor higher? Or is your armor lower than it should be?
Oh no, I am wearing armor. I have light armor on.
I will let you. Mage armor does not say anything about not having an effect with armor on. You can have both.
I
Mage armor
believe
stacks
it's
with regular armor in Pathfinder.
It says 2 AC.
I thought that it doesn't because they both provide the same type of bonus.
Oh, it is an armor bonus. That's true.
So
Oh, it
they
does
don't-
say armor bonus. Yeah.
That's
you
why.
choose between the higher of the 2 AC the higher of the armor bonuses.
That's why.
That's where it is. I forgot that's what Pathfinder does to.
Okay. So yes, that does hit.
So you'll take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as he just kind of like linebackers into you.
Ow.
All right. It is your turn, Dr. Inwood. You are inside the mist. You're not grappled, but you've just been like slammed into pretty hard. You're at the edge of the mist, so it'd only take a 5-foot step to get out.
Okay. Where in examination room 1, which is behind us and to our right. Is there some kind of like I imagine there's a Bunsen burner of some kind in there?
Oh, for sure there would be, yeah.
Is there any kind of unconnected fuel source?
Wow.
Yeah, you would have a tank of propane in there for the Bunsen burner.
Okay.
They don't have plumbing for the...
That's what I figured. That it's, early 1900s.
They retrofitted holding cells to be examination rooms, so they're not... So yes, there would be a equivalent of a keg of black powder for the purposes of damage.
Okay. Keep them busy for a moment.
Okay.
I will 5-foot step and then use my standard action to run into examination room 1.
Okay.
And
You will provoke an attack opportunity against the trench mist because it does have reach. So that 5-foot step does not bring you out of its reach when you move, before you move.
I mean, it's either get attacked now or get attacked later, right?
yeah, I mean, yeah. At least
You
I'm
rolled a
able-
3.
Oh.
So unless your touch AC is your touch AC 10,
No, it's 11.
then you're fine. You managed to just dodge out of the way.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I will, run in there and try to locate propane tank.
Easily done. It's heavy, so you're going to need to make a strength check
I can do that.
to move it. Athletics, if you would like.
There is no athletics for Pathfinder. Only acrobatics.
Never mind. Yep. Never mind. So yeah, it's just a flat strength check.
Oh, he rolled it on the ground. He's got to go check the number.
Actually, it bounced and landed on the... I don't know. Are we counting that?
Because it's low.
It's a 10. It's not low, but it's not the best. Total.
Nope. If it goes off the table, you don't count it.
Okay. Okay. You all roll the other die.
You gotta roll the other.
Hey, look at that. It's a 10. So 14 total.
Wow.
DC was 10. It's heavy, but it's not so heavy that you're gonna move at half speed while you have it.
Okay.
And they are currently 30-ish feet away, probably closer to 20 feet away.
Okay.
So there is that, and it is you probably couldn't throw it. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's heavy enough that odds are you are not throwing it.
That's okay. I can roll it.
That's a good point.
Oh dear.
So you pick this canister up, and then you'll move with it next turn. Michellangelo, you're keeping them busy.
All right, I will keep them busy, but this is a bad idea.
Well, we're all out of good ideas,
I'm going to go into a raging song.
All right, you start singing. What is Michelangelo's song of rage?
It will be draconic, and it's basically gonna be like the haka from New Zealand, where they're like kamati kamati goro, but she's like using her nunchucks, and so she's like hitting the ground and like hitting her shell and like slamming it down.
Right. Yeah, you need to amp yourself up. What is your area of effect for your song of rage? Remind me again.
I think it's if you can hear it, but they must be able to hear the song. They must be able to hear the song to have any effect.
I want to say it's got a distance, but I'll check.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. It adds a +2 morale bonus to strength and constitution, and +1 morale bonus on will saving throws, but take a -1 penalty to AC. Sorry, Dr. Inwood.
It's not like I'm really using it anyway.
And I'm just standing there singing this song to them, trying to, like, intimidate them and buff up all the soldiers around that are my
Is it for allies?
It's for allies.
Okay, so it's only me.
You and
Oh,
Dead Harry.
Dead Harry.
yeah, it does not have a range, so it's just fully at the range of your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so technically, you would hear this as it echoes across the thing. Dr. Inwood, you have a +2 to strength and constitution,
Okay.
-2 to AC.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, -1 to AC.
-1, thank you.
Yep, and then a +1 to will saving
What's
throws.
this called?
It's a morale bonus. It's
No.
inspired rage. You are inspired. I cannot. He cannot use any charisma or dexterity or intelligence-based skills except for acrobatics, fly, intimidate, and ride. Or any ability that requires patience or concentration.
Wow, so you're really, like, cool.
Like I said, I don't know if this is gonna help. I can drop it if you need me to drop it, but just tell me to drop it. I'm keeping him busy.
There was always a piano. It seems like everyone in my family had a piano. I'm not sure why, but pianos everywhere. So whenever I was, bored
Oh boy, oh boy.
I don't know if it's...
Interestingly enough, it does not say anything about casting spells or using extracts.
Yep, nope. Doesn't say it's effective.
So you can still use your extracts.
You can
All
attempt
right.
to That's my turn. That's all I'm-
Liam is going to look around and is going to go, Michellangelo, what the hell is happening?
Do you want to be inspired?
He's not an ally. Don't inspire
He's
him.
talking my language. Do you want to be inspired?
Oh, freak me.
I guess
He's inspired.
No.
he's going to pull back his 30 feet towards examination room 3. He's not quite sure what's happening. The trench mist. Right.
I think he's like going in and out of consciousness.
The trench mist has hit a hit point threshold, and you watch as it begins to balloon out into a bigger space. And as it begins to take up a 20-foot cube, so it'll grow back. It'll actually miss catching Liam. Liam has pulled back too far, but it is now 10 feet past you and 10 feet farther back than it was. As you hear just something in German, just in your head. You don't quite understand. It is going to...
I need to learn German.
It's going to attempt to engulf you again. Make me a reflex save.
17.
All right, 17 does not make it. So you're going to take full damage. Oh Lord. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Going out with the rage. Oh, I have a plus to my constitution. Does that increase my my hit points?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's
by
good.
2. It increases it by 1 per level.
Yeah, because you have how many? Do you have a +2 to Constitution?
+2 to Constitution.
So you'll gain 6 hit points to your max.
Okay, cool. So okay, great. So I'm inspired right now. So
Cool. So you are going to take 18 points of acid damage, reduced by 5 to 13.
Okay.
And you are going to take 26 points of negative energy damage.
Oh.
I'm unconscious. And my rage stops. So
Dr. Inwood, you hear Michellangelo
26.
stop making noise.
Did you say 26 points of? Okay.
Of negative energy? Yes.
Okay. So then my rage stops. So
You lose those 6 hit points.
So it's a -6 again.
Yeah. That's the danger of raging.
Okay. Yes, it is, but it's also the benefit. Okay. I am still alive.
Unconscious.
I am at a -10.
What's your Constitution score?
21.
Oh. Okay. That's not good.
No.
That's really not good.
No. Especially since you're trying to blow up a bomb in the hallway. Essentially.
That's not good.
Unbeknownst to you, Dr. Inwood, Lorenzo raises his pistol one more time and aims it at Michelangelo's head as she lays prone on the ground. Your AC, while prone and unconscious, is 5. He cannot miss. I'm going to see if he misfires. He does not. He is going to make a coup de grace. Which I'm going to...
This is Liam? Who ran
Lorenzo.
away?
Lorenzo.
No, this is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Okay. I was gonna say, I helped Liam.
I'm going to double check the rules for that.
He auto crits, and if it doesn't, and if the damage, if the damage from the attack isn't enough to kill you, then the target has to make a Constitution save. DC is 10 plus the damage taken, and if they fail, they immediately die.
Luckily, he does not add anything to this roll, so he's just 2d6 flat. You take 12 points of damage.
I'm dead.
Oh my god!
He rolled 2 6s? Are you serious?
I can't roll a freaking 6 on my d6s to save a life.
I'm dead! Because
Oh my god.
an 11 would have brought me right to it, but 12 is over the top.
No. This is boring. Michellangelo, you feel a rainbow energy wrap around as the last round is undone. As you find yourself standing, fully remembering everything that happened, as you see a bathrobed figure
Nexus!
in a lazy boy pointing a remote at the entire event. You are currently at 1 hit point.
Hey, what's up, Nexus?
You are on the ground. Nexus is gone in a blink of an eye.
I love that guy.
Dr. Inwood, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm moving towards the doorway of examination room 1.
You make it out. You have speed. You can get 15 feet away. Actually, you can get 10 feet away from the cloud of gas because it expanded out. No. Sorry, forgive me. You can get 5 feet away from it. It's expanded out towards you.
Michellangelo, if
You are
still alive.
15 feet away
Sorry, go ahead.
from Michellangelo, who is on the ground and does not look great, and there is a gun pointed at her head.
Michellangelo, if you can move.
I moved my hand.
No, like get out of there.
Oh.
And what are the safety devices like on propane tanks in the early 1900s? Non-existent?
Not much.
Oh,
Cool.
no.
So I'm just gonna, crank open the valve on this tank.
All right, crank it open. Your action. There is a stream of propane pouring out of it. It actually slightly buffets the mist back, but not a lot. It's
Okay.
got more physical strength than this canister does right now.
I'm gonna, with my foot, kind of start it slowly rolling. Do I? That's probably my. What?
I will say, opening, turning it on is a free item interaction.
Okay.
Rolling it, I'm going to have you make me strength saving throw. If you beat a 15, or not a saving throw, or a check. If you beat a 15, it's a swift action to roll it towards the thing. You get enough. Otherwise, it is a standard action because you don't get it pushed far enough to roll it into there in time.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's a natural 18, 22 total.
Swift action, you still have your standard action. It is at the edge of the mist. It has rolled in. It is 10 feet away from Michellangelo.
Michellangelo, get out of the mist now. I am going to hold my standard action. Breathe fire. Or fire breath. Until Michellangelo moves. If she doesn't move, I will use fire breath anyway.
I thought you would say that.
Michellangelo, it's your turn. There is a zombie with a gun pointed at you. You are in the mist. Dr. Inwood has yelled at you.
Yes.
You can see the canister on the ground from the side of your eyes. Liam looks worried and frightened and very confused on the other side of the mist.
I am going to crawl 5 feet away, which does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Correct.
And I am going to cure wounds on myself as my action.
All right.
Because
That does provoke an attack of opportunity
From
from
the
the mist.
freaking mist! Ah! Then, it's too late. I already said I'd do it.
Is your touch AC? What is your touch AC?
22.
Oh my god.
It misses.
That is gross.
I am prone. So, I even have a +4 to AC.
I think
Yeah, but that's not for touch, I don't think. All right. Curing wounds. Please be max. Okay, 7. Okay, I'm at 8 HP. I'm ready.
Okay, she's moved.
I moved.
I'm gonna fire breath.
I'm as prepared as I
Take your
can
fire
be. This thing is gonna
Finally, I
explode.
get a decent roll. 9 points of fire damage. They both actually, if Michelangelo's within 15 feet of me, she also needs to make a reflex save.
Was I 10 feet
No,
away from the thing?
Michellangelo was out of. Michellangelo was just barely in the range before she moved.
Okay, cool. So you're
Lorenzo is just barely in range.
clear
The
of
mist does
my
not
fire
make the
breath,
save.
but the propane.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Which is why I healed myself.
Yeah.
How much damage total for the from the fire breath?
9.
9.
9.
Lorenzo looks unaffected by the breath of your flames. The mist pulls back slightly. It's still in that space with the propane tank. Let's roll to see how well a open thing of propane does.
Oh my gosh.
It has to be a natural 20 to prevent exploding. It explodes. A 20-foot radius. 20-foot diameter burst. Michellangelo, you are still in the
Yes.
burst.
Yes, I am.
Dr. Inwood is in the burst.
Oh no.
I would like everyone to make me a reflex save, and then Dr. Inwood also roll me 5d6 fire damage.
Awesome. Okay. Reflex.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Mine's only a
Okay,
26.
roll
You
the
probably
damage.
got like a 40 something.
A 32. Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
32.
I'm
I can't believe we both
invincible.
rolled nat 20s.
You're going to take half damage.
5d6.
$21 points of fire damage.
So both of you take 10 points of fire damage as this creature raves back and screeches. It has taken the full 21 points of fire damage,
I go unconscious.
which
But you're not dead.
does drop it below its health threshold, and it shrinks back to a 10-foot by 10-foot cube of mist. Lorenzo is fine.
But dude, what?
You said low-level fire resistance. Oh, he halved it.
Yeah.
Okay. Halved
I'm
it.
sorry. He stumbles back because he does take, after all the things applied, 5 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
But as it goes, he is fine. His body is fucked up, but he's still standing there as well as any zombie can do. Michellangelo, you are unconscious, but you are no longer in the mist.
So that's good.
That would have been bad.
Do I hear
Could've
running
been turned
footsteps of cavalry arriving yet? I know, yeah, you could have been animated.
Not yet.
Is it my turn to roll to see if I
No.
get a?
Your turn just ended technically.
Yeah,
Because he went at.
I held my action.
Forgot. Okay, that's good news then. I don't have to
Liam
roll.
sees this happen, and he is going to take his full action to run to Michellangelo, grab her, and then run back. Can carry you because you're a small creature, and he has the run feat.
Yes,
So
Leo.
he can move 5 times his speed. So he literally pulls you back to exam room 3.
My hero.
Your undead, zombie, cracked skin, oozing blood and mist hero.
You know what? Love has different shades.
Don't ever say that again, please.
The mist is super not stoked that this happened.
I gotta find me
He's
another
going-
propane tank.
There's one in each exam room. The mist is going to move up. Yeah, the mist is going to move up towards you. It's going to leave Lorenzo out of its mist to get up to you, but it's pissed. It's going to attack you. Jesus, why am I rolling so poor? Oh, wait, but it's touch. Does a 14 hit?
Yes. This might drop me.
You take 3 points of acid damage. And 13 points of negative energy damage.
16 total.
16 total.
What's your health at?
-6.
What's your constitution score?
8. But that's okay. As soon as I go unconscious, my spontaneous healing starts kicking in.
Aw.
Yep.
Because I have 10 hit points of that pool still, so.
Interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
going to check something about your race real quick.
What are you? I have questions.
Questions that need answering.
No, it doesn't drop. Nothing happens to you.
Okay. Well, I'm down.
You are down. Lorenzo is out of the mist. Is going to look around. He's going to back up 30 feet and he's going to just blind fire into the mist.
To hit the mist?
He's going to just blindly fire into it, not like up, so not pointing at you, Dr. Inwood. And his gun jams.
Oh!
I mean, it would not that it would have done
Yeah.
anything anyway, but
Which takes it to Dr. Inwood. Could you make me a fortitude check?
I can. I do heal 5 hit points, which brings me up to -1.
All right, then yeah, you're automatically stabled. Healing automatically stabilizes you.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, so I'm at -1 now. But I'm still unconscious and at the mercy of this mist.
Yeah.
Michellangelo, make me a fortitude.
What do I have? What's the DC? Or is there a...
It's your negative hit points plus 10.
Okay. I'm a -2, so 12 is the... my fortitude plus...
No, it's Constitution.
Is it plus Constitution?
It's a fortitude check.
For stabilized checks, it's Constitution check, not Fortitude.
Is it? Okay, then yes, just your Constitution score.
13.
Freaking lucky.
You are stable.
Oh boy.
This is your first time being unconscious. Welcome to the party.
Yeah. This is a bad matchup for me. I have almost no area of effect, anything.
Are you kidding me? You've been actually able to do stuff.
It's.
You were
been
brilliant
rolling
doing the
awful.
propane.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Liam has been inspired. He's going to open up exam room 3.
Aww.
Good for him.
And is going to pull the propane tank out. His strength is 20.
They don't happen to
it's
have
plus
any
5.
grenades on them, do they?
No,
That's so funny. His gun.
fortunately not.
So sad.
So he is, he's picked it up, but he's going to have to move half speed. So he's going to take his remaining 10 feet of movement to just get back out with you. He is currently 40 feet away from the mist. It is going to take him 2 rounds to get to him with the propane tank, or 1 round if he runs.
Okay.
Okay. That brings us to the 20 mark. I will roll to see if the guards are going to come and rescue you, which I have been rolling this entire time.
Oh, nice.
I have been rolling so poorly on this. Their response time is so bad.
Their response time.
Hey guys, the DC gets progressively lower each round, to the point where if we ever hit round 20, they will automatically get here.
Oh man.
But
We've gone like 7 rounds, 8 rounds.
you're gonna hit round. This was round 8, so you're gonna hit round 9 next time round.
Wow. I mean, it's less than a minute. It's less than a minute.
It's less than yeah.
That's funny.
How dumb is Lorenzo?
Tony should have really practiced his cardio. Don't skip the gym.
He's practicing now.
This is such a cool environment.
Lorenzo is going to take his round and he's going to run back to Michellangelo. He does not feel like he has anything capable of doing anything.
Help Liam.
Ooh. You know, that is fully an excellent point.
Ooh.
I don't know,
He's
Lorenzo.
going to turn around. He will run 40 feet there. He's got 120 movement total with running. So he's going to grab the propane tank from Liam, and he's going to make his strength saving throw or strength check, and he is going to run the tank to the edge of the mist.
This is
He is
Lorenzo?
going to use his free item interaction to twist the propane tank. And let's see if he can make this as a swift action to roll the propane tank into the mist. He cannot.
Okay.
So he's just there at the edge with the propane.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that
I think they jump back and forth.
I think they lose their free will whenever they're inside the mist. So,
Yeah.
that's my thought.
That is the mist's turn. The mist is actually going to take a 5-foot step back to engulf Lorenzo.
Okay. The propane tank has been opened, though, right?
Yes, it has.
Okay.
Oh no.
He's got fire resistance. He'll be fine.
His mind, his body doesn't look good.
He'll be fine.
He's gonna die anyway. He's already dead.
He's already dead. Assuming I don't get murdered right here.
That is the question, isn't it? How pissed off is this alien type entity? Pretty pissed off.
If I do 7 points of damage, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen Nexus, have you?
No, I saw him. In the control center of the city.
Where is it?
The one time, I think.
Oh no, what did you roll? What is this? What is this roll? Is that a 1?
That is a 1.
Oh.
It rolled a 1 on its coup de grace.
Amazing.
Well, yeah. Oh boy.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
I accept.
Dr. Inwood, it is your turn.
Okay. As a free action, every round I'm healing. That's my last 5 hit points that I heal, so I'm up to 4.
You are unconscious. You bring yourself to consciousness. The mist is about 5 feet away from you. You see there standing there, rigid, is Lorenzo holding a open propane tank.
Now here's the question: my third and final charge on fire breath, is it gone because I was unconscious?
No, it's an alchemical effect.
Okay. I will. How far away is he from me?
15 feet.
Okay, I'm not gonna catch myself.
You are gonna catch yourself.
No, I won't.
It's a 20-foot.
It's a 20-foot diameter, not radius. He said diameter.
No, 20-foot radius.
Radius.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have to be 15 feet in order to
Pull a Caleb where you like turn,
That's
blow,
not
and
how
jump.
it works.
Run and
And I'm
jump.
prone anyway.
I run and I jump. You trip.
I can do. I can do nothing for myself that wouldn't take the round.
You're prone.
I'm prone. I gotta breathe fire and hope that I can succeed the thing and that it won't kill me. I will breathe fire. Hopefully this doesn't kill me.
Okay.
Four points of fire damage.
4 points of fire damage. The mist makes its saving throw. Lorenzo does not. The propane tank explodes. Lorenzo takes no fire damage because his resistance is too high. it takes 2 points of fire. The mist takes 2 points of fire damage, and then we make some saves. The mist does not make it safe.
Is that a 5d6 that you're rolling?
Yes, it is.
Lorenzo makes his save.
Oh, I don't make my save, I don't think.
DC 15.
Yeah, I just rolled a 5. So that's an 11 total. Plus I'm prone, which probably doesn't help. That is 16 points of fire damage. I am dead. I am at negative 12.
What's your constitution?
8.
Oh.
I don't have a very good constitution.
He has mutagens to account for that.
Yeah. Better living through experimental science.
What was the total damage again?
16.
16. That drops it down to another size threshold as this moves down to a 5-foot cube.
Does your body look different, or you look just scorched?
That is entirely up to you. There is no detailing on the effect, so
What are you? I'm unconscious anyway. It's not like I could tell. But Liam and Lorenzo would see if they're not dead. Is Lorenzo still fine?
Lorenzo took 3 points of damage total from that.
It's disgusting.
And he's no longer in the mist.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, if you regain consciousness, I guess you'll see.
All right, sounds good.
Michellangelo, you're stable, so roll me a d4.
Four.
4 hours.
Yep.
Unless somebody can get you awake.
Yep.
Liam, Liam's gonna pull you into examination room 3 and try and put you away. Of course, now what happens?
Now the cavalry arrives.
Now the cavalry.
Oh my
comes.
gosh. But you're dead.
Cavalry comes. They don't have time to do anything this time round. Lorenzo is going to punch the mist. And does not hit. Dr. Inwood. Death is not an unexpected outcome from your mission. It's an undesirable outcome. But in accounting of violence and in a pursuit of weapons in the manner that you have been sent out by your people, it's not unexpected. You find yourself back in the shadowy, dark plains of Scotland, not unlike the Shadowfell. In fact, with a little knowledge of the plains, without a psychopomp to direct the souls of a mortal to an afterlife, to leave by yourself, you have to walk through the Shadowfell. You find in the dark glade, in the dark grass, a table with a leaf-wrapped box.
This is the thing that was in your room!
The note from before is still on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk forward, a comfortable leather armchair appears.
I'll sit down in it.
You sit down. This is going to take your full round, but we are going to continue into this conversation for as long as it actually takes for you to think. Time is inherently different here.
Mm-hmm.
What is Dr. Inwood thinking?
It's looking at the box and thinking, man, I really wish that I didn't have to waste this for this. I will open the box.
All right. Inside the box is a silvery, moonlit handkerchief, embroidered in Sylvan with your name. You get the feeling that the gift is not the handkerchief. The handkerchief is merely a conduit between the gift and what you require.
Okay,
Do you reach out for the handkerchief?
I do.
What does Dr. Inwood require?
How do I want to word this? Dr. Inwood needs to be able to finish his work, and he needs to have the capacity to be able to finish his work. As in, clearly he wasn't strong enough, wasn't enough.
Roll me a d6.
Okay. 4.
You lift up the handkerchief, and in your hand is a soft, fur belt. Mink, you think. At one end is a silver tip, an ornate piece of metalwork for the end of the belt. The other end is a silver belt buckle in the depiction of a Celtic bear's head.
Okay. I'll So I'll kind of just shake my head a little bit and put it on.
The Belt of Mighty Constitution gives you a +4 to your Constitution score, and you retroactively heal 16 hit points.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, 12 hit points. Hold on. Yep, 12 hit points. Dr. Inwood, at
Which
the end
puts
of
me
your
at
turn,
0.
You're at 0.
You are awake, you are conscious, but you are dying. Michellangelo, you sleep through the next round.
Yep.
Liam is going to attempt to unclog his gun. Does not succeed.
Poor guy.
Liam.
Poor Liam.
The soldiers, the platoon of soldiers that arrive, open fire into the mist because they have not brought specialty equipment. They all hit. All 5 of them. Dr. Inwood, you see a strange thing as bullets pass through the mist, and with the intent of harming it, actually do.
I wonder if I had hit the mist, if it had hit.
So, okay.
Everything's reversed. Couldn't hit the zombies, could hit the mist.
No regrets.
Lorenzo gets shot and falls once more.
Not my buddy.
The mist attempts to escape. It'll flow past you. You, even prone, get an attack of opportunity as it attempts to flee this corridor.
I think you have a -4 on melee attacks, though. Being prone. Because I just looked this up because I was prone.
With a melee weapon? Because I'm not using a weapon.
A -4 penalty on all melee attack rolls and cannot use a ranged weapon.
So that's a 16.
That hits.
Ooh.
Hey, look at that.
Could have been hitting mist. I should have just done it. She totally would do that.
5 points of damage.
All right.
Bludgeoning, slashing.
Is it magical?
It is not. It's a natural attack.
Natural attack. You swing out and you connect. You actually feel it swing through the mist, and there is resistance. There is an interesting property of intention, but you do no damage as it runs past. The soldiers are confused and they don't strike. Their thoughts are not to strike at the mist. The mist will attack one of them purely out of spite. Fuck. Jesus. Balls, I'm rolling double sixes like crazy tonight.
Oh gosh.
One of the soldiers dies, engulfed in the mist.
Oh.
The mist continues on, and it does. Actually, no. It needs an action for that. Never mind.
Don't let it escape.
How do we contain it?
Kill it.
Okay. Dr. Inwood, it is your turn. The mist is 40 feet away from you.
Okay.
It's at the edge of the hallway.
I am going to get up.
Okay.
And is that full movement or half movement? I don't remember that.
I believe it is half.
Okay. I will move 15 feet pursuing after the mist. And I am going to use my last level 2 extract. And oh wait, I healed. Oh wait. I healed 12. Did I heal? I healed 12. Actually, I cannot do those things because I am currently staggered. I'm at 0. So I need to fix this so that I'm looking at the right number. Sorry. I'm going to...
You're all good.
While I'm prone, actually... Well, I guess I'll stand up. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use a level 1 extract and do Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Nice.
Which will heal me 7 points.
Did you do the -1?
I did. So I'm at 7.
Wow. You used it on yourself?
I can't use it on anyone else.
True.
I can only use my... Also, fun fact, this song is from the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep expansion for Borderlands 2. Because I've heard it so much.
Nice. Sounds like Sherlock Holmes. Robert Downey Jr. version.
Okay, that's my turn.
Let's see if Liam has forgone the gun. This is technically a masterwork medicine kit.
Oh, come on, Liam.
I gotta look up what those DCs are.
Oh no, it's low. You're both low. Liam's having a really bad day.
Liam is fully dead.
Oh no. But he saved me.
You went out of your way to make friends with people during your downtime.
I did. And I inspired him with my short-lived raging song. Love has different shades.
There it is. All right. I've fully forgotten what this actually does. He's just attempted to stabilize you, which you are already stable. So
Oh.
no harm comes to you.
Dang it.
Apparently, first aid cannot make you conscious.
Bummer.
That is the
I'm at,
exclusive pure view of magic.
I'm at -2. So close. That's alright. He didn't know I was stable. He made sure I was. Or tried. Did he roll really low?
He rolled an 8. He didn't roll terrible. He just didn't roll great.
Nice. Zach, if that's ice cream, I'd like some. Please? Yeah. Did the handkerchief change into the belt? Is that what it was, or it was just
That's a close enough description.
okay? It was just poof, different.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I guess the soldiers will attempt to kill the mist. Nope. Nope. Apparently I only rolled well once. Nope. Alright, one of them hits the mist.
Wow.
1 out of 5. It hits. Doesn't do significant damage. Bullet goes right through the mist. Which brings us to Dr. Inwood. You are probably at the best you've been in a hot minute.
Well,
At least the last
Yes.
60 seconds.
I'm at 7 hit points. So we'll see. I'm going to... The mist is still in the hallway, right?
Correct. It's 40 minus 15. It is 25 feet away from you right now.
Okay. It's 25 feet away. Okay. I will use my last level 2 extract, elemental touch. And I will choose fire.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run just shy of 10 feet of this thing so that I am not... Or actually, no, it's small, isn't it?
It's a 5 foot by 5 foot mist now, yes.
Or medium, or medium-sized creature, roughly.
Kill it.
I can't attack it because I've used my standard action. I will run... Yeah, I'll run up into melee with it, within melee range of it. As I'm running past the soldiers, if you shoot me, I will kill you. And I would like to add, I do not have my my change shape on right now. So that's probably a little
They see ya.
intimidating.
Yes, it is.
Are you wearing your lab coat?
I'm still wearing all the same clothes. Yeah, I'm wearing all the same clothes.
It's a little singed.
Yo, wash, singed, 2 fireballs.
A bit singed, yes. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah, Liam's gonna stay where he is, which will take us to the soldiers.
It's like every other episode. I fall unconscious. Very consistent.
Like one would. I gotta remember, range attacks actually have the chance of hitting you.
Oh dear.
Nope, just is a minus to the attack. Never mind. Also does not hit. Nope. Let's try the Sam Riegel dice drop. Nope.
The
They all fire. They manage to miss you, but in so doing, miss the miss.
wow.
Which the
They
miss
missed the
is-
mist?
Yes, they miss. Mist will attempt to attack you. Will 13 hit your touch? Oh, where is?
I was hoping it was just going to run.
Yeah.
Oh, it will. Following this. Will you please take 4 points of acid damage and 5 points of negative energy damage as it runs away?
Wow. Why did you get in there?
Because I needed the attack of opportunity. Cool. I'm down.
What are you at?
-2. I'm eating my
And
failure.
it will take its 40-foot movement to run away.
40 feet? Dang.
It's reduced, but most of its abilities are still the same. It's just smaller. Alrighty. We are going to do a full loop around. Dr. Inwood, you spontaneous heal still, correct? Or have you used it all?
I don't have any more.
Alright, could you make me a Constitution DC 12 to stabilize?
You're wearing that belt
Do remember,
now.
your Constitution is 4 higher than before.
Yeah, that's a natural 3, so a 4 total.
Alright,
But you
you
have
are
the
not
plus
stabilized.
Yeah, that brought me from an 8 to a 12. So instead of a -1, I have a +1.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, but it's still not super great. When you roll a 3. -3 now.
We are, for the sake of brevity, going to assume that Dr. Inwood stabilizes and comes conscious. You both awake in... There's an infirmary. Dr. Inwood does not go there often. It is fully the antithesis of his natural calling. You have not changed shape, so Dr. Inwood, you are...
Do I wake up and see him?
That's a good question.
What?
Who wakes up first?
Yeah, because I've got
roll your
4 hours.
4.
Please get a 4. Please get a 4. Is it a 4?
I freaking jinxed my dice, Jessica.
I'm awake like 2 rounds before him.
2 hours.
I got a 4.
Oh. Oh, well. Yeah. So you're awake 12 seconds sooner.
Which means
Okay.
you don't have time.
Michellangelo, you awake. Tony is sitting next to you. Liam is nowhere to be seen.
Tony. Tony.
Glad to see you're awake.
Are
Where's Liam and Lorenzo and the doctor?
Lorenzo's dead. He's like truly profoundly heartbroken when he says that. I mean, it is his friend. Liam has been locked in exam room 3. Doc's over there, and he points, and you see in hospital, like clean medical hospital type clothes, is a tailless lizard man. Zach, would you like to describe what Dr. Inwood looks like?
What?
What are you looking for? What are you doing?
Oh, I am skipping the music because it's a little.
Okay. Man, I guess I haven't thought of a good way to describe him. So you see like dark green, brown scales. His face protrudes like a little bit further than what a human's would, but it's not like a lizard head snout type thing. It just goes a little bit further. There are like ear holes on the sides of his head. And there are like, you can see like small like little spikes going down like the center of his skull, and presumably down his neck and back. He doesn't really have a nose so much. It's just like basically two like slits that kind of open and close as he's breathing. And I guess you could probably see his hands end in claws that are like strong like hands, opposable thumbs, 5 fingers, but instead of just like, you know, the pads of fingers or something, like there are claws there.
Can I jump off my hospital bed and go towards him?
Yes. Yes, you can.
I'm gonna shake him awake. Hey, Doc!
Dr. Inwood, you awake to Michellangelo shaking you.
I'm like this close to your face. I didn't know you were a Kappa too.
Oh, what? I believe the effects of my mutagen must not have worn off. Give me a second. Is my alchemist satchel anywhere nearby?
Where's the bowl in your head?
Yeah, your stuff is like carefully like packed up and next to like in a shelf kind of unit right next to you. So it would be not too difficult to get the stuff you'd need to remove a mutagen.
Okay. So I'll grab that and kind of open it.
Where's your shell?
I don't have a shell. Now, hold on. This will
Why
be
don't you
fixed in just a moment.
have a thing in your...
I'm going to mix some things into a vial, shake it up for a moment, and then drink it. And
Are they scales? Like me?
Change shape.
Oh,
that's better. Sometimes
Does it actually, like, it's gone? Like, his fingers?
Yeah, it feels completely like normal human hands.
Self-experimentation has its downfalls. But no risk, no reward. I must say I'm a bit surprised to be awake. Please close your mouth. Thank
But
you.
you're a Kappa!
I am not a Kappa.
Yes, you are!
No, I am not.
You hit your head really hard then back there. Are you sure you're feeling okay?
You are the one with the dent in your head, not me.
Yeah, about that. Why don't you have a thing?
Michellangelo, please, believe me when I most emphatically tell you I am not a Kappa.
But you...
I am not a Kappa. I am what you see.
Have you always been like that? Since birth? Were you born that way?
Like I said, self-experimentation has its costs.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Were you born that way?
Was I born what way?
Like a Kappa? Were your
No,
mom-
I was not born like a Kappa.
Was your...
Please.
What happened?
I'm gonna look past you to... your name was Anthony, right?
Tony! This is Tony!
Tony. Please, what happened?
No, it's Lieutenant Barnes to the doctor.
That's right.
Lieutenant Barnes. What happened to the gas?
As far as I know, it got away.
Oh, and Liam's okay, sort of. Lorenzo is not. And I take it Harry didn't make it either?
No.
Son of a gun!
Both of you have my condolences. I underestimated, but it won't happen again.
Did the mist turn you into a Kappa?
Michellangelo, for the last time, I am not a Kappa.
Okay, but
And I
like...
think with that statement, I'm going to end tonight's session.
Real quick,
Oh,
can I get a sense motive on Lieutenant Barnes?
man.
Absolutely, you can.
It's a 17.
Can't believe Enzo's dead. Enzi. Lorenz.
Anthony Barnes, and honestly, most of the other normal human soldiers don't like you guys. Michellangelo is an exception. The regular humans do not like you.
It's a shame, because I actually have a really good charisma score.
And it's not even really anything to do with you as a person. It has everything to do with this job. And humans are not really built for understanding the weirdness of the world.
We're very weird.
We fully have humans fully have a tendency to burn things first and ask questions later.
Like what you did to Lorenzo and Liam with your breath weapon.
In my defense, they're zombies.
You didn't know that, though.
I was pretty confident, and I was right.
You were right. Man. Michellangelo is extremely saddened by the news of Lorenzo and Harry.
And Liam.
Hopeful with Liam, but like she sympathizes with Tony. She's definitely like not just a heartless
you're a Kappa, off in the distance, like she's bothered too.
Yeah. I think
You. Are you a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle too? I'm the ninja, and I'm a teenager, and I'm a turtle, and you're a mutant. He completes me!
You have no idea. You have no idea.
I don't, which is awesome. I can play it however Michellangelo would play it. I love it. I love it so much. She would totally think that. You're like, where's your head bowl? Where's your shell? What's wrong with you? Maybe the mist did something to you.
I think that's the first time that Dr. Inwood has ever actually answered someone in like an angry way or insulting, saying that you're the one with the dent in your head.
That was true. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good comeback.
that is pretty solid. Right.
That's really cool. That miss was
I'm
crazy.
assuming the D6 was to for the boon was to see what the modifier was.
Yeah.
It was a boon.
Dang.
I thought it was the boon.
Wish I had rolled higher.
Siobhan's boon.
Yes.
That's cool. It was in a box.
Yes.
I wanted to look in that box, I will admit. When I snuck back to my bed that day, I
really
thought
glad you
about
did.
it. I thought about it.
I will give you some alternative world knowledge. Had Michellangelo attempted to open it, it would not have opened.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It
Sweet.
did have my name on it.
I mean, she doesn't care if it's shiny.
I would also
Yeah.
like to say that you both have, in the same session, burnt through my built-in home rule. Once a campaign, you get out of free death once.
Oh no! In one
One session. That, what'd you call it? Trench mist? No.
The trench myth.
No
from the
freaking
Rasputin module.
No freaking joke. That thing is that's insane.
And you only fought it at full power for one round.
Man. Good job. Breathing fire.
Yeah, to set off 2 freaking bombs and it still got away.
That fast healing 5 is no joke, my dude.
That's a
I
great
figured
feat.
it had something fast healing, and it's usually in increments of 5. So I was like, gosh, like I'm doing not enough damage to it.
Interesting point of fact, which I think is bizarre for this particular kind of creature. It takes full damage from just regular melee and ranged weapon attacks.
Uh-huh.
It just has DR. Like it doesn't have like an ooze's ability to like not take
That's strange.
full damage. It's like
That is bizarre. See,
it's honestly weird.
if it hadn't run, or if it had run, or if it had missed me when it took that attack, I would have been adding a would have been adding a d6 of damage to my unarmed strikes, or I could have just made touch attacks to deal 1d6 points of fire damage. And also, when I land attacks with it, it has the chance of catching targets on fire, which
It's pretty nice.
would have been really great. You know, consistent damage to try to help combat that fast healing.
That was cool.
I just stuck with fire because I was realizing it wasn't resistant, and if I tried something else, it may have been resistant against it. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, you have successfully survived against a CR10 creature.
Oh my goodness freaking gracious. That should have
Oh.
killed us.
Yes, it did.
It did, yeah.
I started off nerfed. That being said, you did survive. You did accomplish a form of win condition. And we did technically complete this episode of in a more episodic type campaign.
Amazing.
We are going to take a week of downtime for your characters.
Nice.
Of healing, of bed rest.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that would definitely help. And you are going to level up.
You get to do your
I already did. I get to do it more. I get a. I get
prestige
stuff.
class thing.
I'm already in it.
Oh,
Your
you are. I
prestige
thought
class,
you.
you get it at level 6 if you try hard enough.
I tried so hard to get it. I made sure that I got it. Because I made a level 5 and a level 6 version of this character.
Oh boy.
1 week of downtime. I'd like to hold a funeral.
There will be a funeral in that week of downtime
Okay.
that you do not have to be in charge of. You can just go to.
Perfect.
I will attend.
That being said,
Yeah. I'm gonna be there for Tony. We're gonna do workouts every day, even though I'm super weak. But I'm gonna be there for him.
fair enough.
Yeah, because he needs a buddy. Oh man. I need to freaking talk to Liam.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do that when we return? We'll have a heart to heart with Liam.
You are totally free to do that when we return. You are also, if you would like to roll for hit points for next level.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's my?
I got 4.
What do I roll?
I rolled a 4,
You roll a 4. Oh,
which now is a 5 hit points instead of 3 hit points. So that's good.
I don't know what a Kappa is, so I'm just gonna roll.
What feat was I gonna take?
One of these. Why? Do we have a rule on re-rolling a 1 if it's a 1?
Yes, you can reroll once.
Okay. I don't know what I need to see what her thing is.
Oh gosh. Dang it. Okay.
Can you pull up my?
You're awesome.
Can you pull up my character sheet?
I can. What do you need?
I need to know what hit die to roll. But
Which
you're
one
not
is
able,
it?
It's revised.
Revised level 6?
Yeah, but don't look at it. You're not allowed to look at it. Thank you. Is it pulled up yet? Okay.
Okay.
What's up? Okay, I get a HP. What's the?
Should be
Okay.
there. What does it tell you?
Sides of the dice.
What's your first?
Oh!
How many? What's the number that you rolled for level 1? Wait.
It's gonna be different. 12.
12 is the thing. You can look right here. 12.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and close the whole thing now. All right, my 12, I rolled a 3. But I add my constitution. Is that right? Modifier?
Oh.
How does it work?
Yes, Constitution modifier.
Cool. So that is an 8. So my HP is now 69. Heyo.
Nice.
Okay. Dang, I really wish I'd rolled higher on that. That would have been really nifty to have. Oh. What's your HP now?
My HP is at 55.
Oh, nice.
It was at 37 as a level 6.
Oh, because your constitution went up now.
Yeah, my constitution
Much
went up
better.
and I gained a level.